As an artist, if there was only one program that I would use, it'd be this one, Canva. If you've never heard of Canva, don't get confused if you're an artist. It's not Canvas, not a typo. It is canva.com. And I would recommend, if you don't know how to use it, you can set up a free account. I'm not paid by them at all. I just found this tool 5 years ago and I've watched it grow and build and get better and better and better. This is one of the first things that you can use it for, is to make graphics or flyers. I mean, you can drag things around. Let me just see if I can show you what it looks like over here. So if you want to add text, I'll move this and you can just add a heading. Okay, there we go. And type whatever you want. I'm Jed. Okay, but if you want to get a little bit more creative, you can go to down here. See, it says font combinations. So there's all these pre-done things that you can do. So if we just want to pick one of them, let's pick this one. Let's party. All right, cool. So do you see how it says ungroup? There's lots of technical things that you can learn just by messing around with it, but I just want to show you how amazing this is. So if you were throwing an art party, let's say you were throwing an art party and you wanted to change the color of this. This is going to be the effect, the color that's on the outside. So if we want to change that, it's so easy to do this stuff, you guys. It's amazing. If you want to change the color of the words, you're going to go right here. You're going to go, oh, that looks fun. You know, whatever. There's so much flexibility in this, and it's easy to use. It's honestly really easy to use. Okay, if you want to design your own, this is mine. I designed this. If it's super convenient, if you want to downsize things, change the color of anything, it's all right here at your fingertips. You can basically do anything that you want. You want it to be a gradient, then you just come over here. You can make that a gradient. You can change the colors. You can do, just like I'm saying, there's so many options in this program, and it's intuitive, it's fun, and it just gets better and better all the time. If you ever have wanted to do this kind of thing where you have a background that gets removed and you want to figure out how would I do that? So what you can do is, so if I want to change the color of it now, I can put anything back there that I want, which is pretty cool. I'll show you exactly. It's the easiest thing in the world. Oh, BG remover. That's all you do, is you click on your photo and you press background remover, and it's going to just analyze it. And it's going to look, and it's going to take it out. Okay, here's another example. This is me and my daughter. Actually, I forgot to say who that was, but that's my daughter. This one is a little bit more practical if you're somebody like me who teaches and you want to, like, say you want to make a flyer for a workshop or something like that. Okay, we're going to go right here. Like, I like that background. That background is actually really nice. But if we analyze this, we go through, it'll just take it out. So now if we want to grab this image, we can crop it a little bit like this, and we can make it a little bit smaller, and that'll make it easier for us to use. But I'm just going to right click on here. This is the easiest way to show you. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to come down to this one, and I'm going to paste it on. Now I can make this a design that has me on it, so it's a little bit more personalized. Again, very practical use of background remover. Okay, now this is a cool tool that I didn't even really know about until just a few weeks ago. It's probably been around for a lot longer than that, but what's cool about this is, yes, this is an actual boat, and this is from an actual scene. And it was something like this, and this was something like this. And I just moved it. How did I move it? How could I move the sun like that? Okay, I'll show you. It's so cool. This is one of my favorite new things now. But you click on the image, and when you see, it'll pop up this thing that says edit here. You click on edit, and you go over here. So like if you want to do normal things, like there's really cool things, like you could just go like, I want to blur that image. Okay, well, do you want to blur a little area? Or what I usually would do is just blur the whole image if you're using this for a background. Okay, there's all sorts of stuff like that that you can do. But the one I want to show you is this right here. It's called Magic Layers. And if we go back out, you can see what it's doing is it's analyzing this picture again to see if there are different elements that it can separate out. And it's going to isolate them so that we can move them around as individual components in this picture. So now I have a boat, I have this buoy and the sun, and it's broken up the top of the painting from the bottom of the painting, so, or picture. So see how I'm actually moving the entire water, the whole water area. And this picture is actually a little bit bigger than this the scene, the square, because it's a normal 4:5 or 4:6, whatever a photograph ratio is. But what I just actually painted this, and I didn't know about this back then, or else I would have done this way because it's easier than the way that I was trying to work on it. But if I want to move this sun over here, I need the reflection to go over there too, right? And I need this to go over there too. And so what that just did is now the composition is a little bit better for me because it's not just right in the middle. There's a little bit more nuance to it. If I want this boat to move over a little bit, I can, or I can leave it over here. If I want the boat to be bigger, I can do that. But we've got this little issue over here on this side right now because the water doesn't go all the way to the edge. Now, to paint from or anything, it's not a big deal. You could just make it up. It's not going to be that different. If you select this water, we want it to go over to the edge, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate it like this. Now there's two of the waters. Now, I don't need it to go over very far, but now there's a little problem because it is in front of everything else. And you see there's no boat, there's no buoy, there's nothing like that. We don't want it to be in front. So we're going to come up here, click position, and we're going to move it backward. And actually, I'm just going to move it to the very back, and then I'm going to move it forward 1. So see, now it's up over here. You can tell that it's a duplicate, right? You can kind of see, oh, it looks a little bit funny over there, but it's way better than what it was. So now I'm going to move this back to the back and then forward, and that one is here also. So do you see how cool that is? I mean, can you imagine? I'll show you one more example of this in real life. I'm going to be painting this, and I didn't really like the composition of the way it was because look, it's kind of like this, lacks a little bit of uniformity, like there's no grouping of the flowers. So what did I do? Well, I just grabbed the individual flowers. If I want it to do it here, I'll say edit, let's do magic layers. It's going to isolate more in this photo than the other one because there's more objects in it. And so we'll have more to work with in terms of moving things around. So it's also taking just a minute longer, but I tell you, this is a lot easier than painting something and not liking the way that it was designed and realizing that you have to make a change then. So look, I can grab this flower, I can move it around, I can put it right here. I can move this one. I can move these anywhere that I want. It's just a matter of thinking, okay, well, what would make a compelling design for this? Like, would it be nice if these were grouped together a little bit more? And sometimes some of these flowers might be underneath another flower, so you do have to make sure that you're grabbing the correct flower, the correct image. I don't even know what this is a tree in the back. Oh, I don't like that tree. Okay, move it. I don't know if this is crazy to you guys, but this is amazing to me. Just totally amazing. I love this kind of stuff because now I have full ability to compose this without even drawing it, without anything like that. And I'm basically able to take elements of this, move them around. I mean, obviously it's not doing everything perfectly. It is still a program, so I'm gonna undo those last couple. It saves a lot of effort, a lot of energy, and this is the last one I'm gonna show you. It's called Vectorify. Sometimes there's a picture that is too complicated. We're going to press edit, we're going to scroll down, we're going to click on this little thing that says Vectorify, and it is going to convert it to a quote-unquote full color vector. Now this is basically doing something kind of similar to what happened before, but it's going to reduce the number of colors, the number of just variables in this picture so that finer details will get reduced and you'll see more of the big picture. So see how it says number of colors? You can change this. You want it to be more and more simple? Well, it'll reduce it down to 2 colors. I mean, that's kind of cool looking, even just that, right? But if we put it up here, you can also do this thing that says simplify vector, and that'll take out more of the details. Like it'll reduce it down to the big shapes. So you're seeing less and less little details, more of the big picture. Then the other thing that's quite interesting is if you wanted to change a color, you could do it over here. by grabbing that one area, and it's going to take everything that's purple right here, and you can change the color. You can click here and you can click bright blue, and you can see what that looks like. Okay. Oh, that's a little bit crazy, right? So I don't want to do that. But if I wanted to change this color that's all bright blue at the back, I wouldn't want to come and click on those areas. What I'd want to do is I want to find it over here. So this is the whole number of colors that are in this picture. And if I click on this one right here, but say I want, see how it highlighted that entire area up at the top? And if I want to change that, let's say I want to make that a lighter color. Let's make it light turquoise right there. And then if I want to take this next area, which is a little bit darker, let's see if oops, that's the wrong one, but there we go. It's the slightly darker turquoise. But isn't that neat how you can do that? So if I want that farthest bit of land to be lighter, again, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to grab, let's say I could grab this color. Nah, it needs to be a little bit darker than that. So I come in here, but I want it to feel more blue, a little bit more green in it, okay? Then if I came forward just a little bit more, it's gonna be, I think it's gonna be this color. And see what's happening now though is that color is getting mixed in with all these other ones. So I need to be kind of careful with that. It might be a bit weird to have that in there, but let's see. Kind of looks interesting. Anyway, you guys get the idea. You can change all these things around. I mean, you can try anything that you want. You can make all these colors up at the top to be totally different. You could make them craziest, brightest blue like this is, and just see what you feel like, right? But all that I know is you have to press save or it won't save it at all. If I click over here on accident, it's all going to go away and I have to make it into a vector again. So I always click save, and now this one I can't change anymore. It has just pulled it all back together into one layer, and it's like a photograph now. I can't change the colors again. I would have to make it into a vector one more time. Anyways, that is the end of my Canva tutorial. I just have found so many solutions with this program. It has changed so many things, and I hope that it does the same for you.